Hello again. So today I'm going to show you how I make some of these painted mason jars and some uh, options you can do. It's almost Christmas, good time to get working on your crafts. You can use these, right? That's a regular pickle jar. This is a jar from the Dollar Tree. These are actual ball mason jars. I've got all different sizes, and there are a lot of different kind of things you can make with them. These are some of the things that I use. Goof off to take the stickers off of the jars. I always use paint with primer. Rubbing alcohol to clean the jars after I get the stickers off. And if you have like a pickle jar, the rubbing alcohol is good. Squeeze some inside, wipe it around, it gets the smell out after you've cleaned it thoroughly. And here are different kinds of knobs that I like to use. The jars are cute without the knobs, but I like to jazz them up with the knobs and then charms. And a drill to drill a hole in the top to screw the lids on. Electrical tape or painter's tape and gloves for when you're painting. Then twine. I use the thin twine on the smaller jars and the thicker twine on the bigger jars. And I also have this shower curtain here from the Dollar Tree. It makes a good tarp for painting on. I'm going to start off on a little practice jar with some frosted glass spray paint. And my good old electric tape because I was out of painter's tape. So I like to put the paint, some people paint the jars all the way to the top. I like to leave the top clear. So in case you put a lid, but even if you don't, it gives it you'll just see when it's done. I think it gives it a nicer look. So while that jar is drying, I'm going to do this mason jars with some white paint. So I've already got it taped right here to the lip of the jar. And this electric tape comes off nice and clean, but it does leave it a little sticky. So afterwards, I take some rubbing alcohol and wipe it down. Also, the tape on them helps. It gives it something to sit down on. It gives you something to use your finger. You can put your finger on the tape to twist the jar around as you paint. Then you're just going to take some fine grit sandpaper and go over the letters. And you see I have a little spot on the bottom. I try to make a couple extra random spots to make it really look distressed. But sometimes I paint them completely. I don't distress them at all, and I think they look nice that way also, because the letters still kind of stand out. So after you get it distressed the way you want it, then you're going to put a coat of clear, and I use triple. It's triple clear. It makes it nice and glassy-like finish. They also come, once you let it dry really good, they're actually washable. Now, I wouldn't say put them in the dishwasher, but I have messed up a couple of them and tried to get the paint off, and after they've been sealed, it's really hard. Nail polish remover, if you soak the whole glass in some nail polish remover and then a lot of elbow grease, you can eventually get it off. So they're definitely washable. In fact, after I sand them, I usually wash them with hot water just hot water and a wash rag to make sure I get all the sand off before I put the clear finish on, because you don't want any grit. I have that little, it's a makeup brush that I brushed them off with, but it doesn't get all the sand off. It's better to wash them just to make sure. And this set I'm making for myself. It's going to be a bathroom set. For the small one is for cotton balls. The little bit chubbier one is for Q-tips. It's the perfect size. And then I'm going to use I think it's a 4-ounce, the little mini mason jar for a toothbrush holder. But generally when I make the sets, I use a 16-ounce jar for the toothbrush. A lot of people like to put their toothpaste in there as well. So you see when you strip this off, it actually leaves a nice clean line. But like I said, with the electric tape, sometimes you have to take a cotton ball with rubbing alcohol to get the stickiness off. And I'm going to show you how they look with a couple different knobs on top. I like them with the little knobs. So you take the drill. I'm not going to do it on this one because I'm actually going to use E6000 glue to hold the lids on. But oftentimes, like when I make them to sell, I use this little tiny screw and screw the knob on, so you have to drill a hole. Me personally, I know they're going to be safe without getting knocked off or whatever, but when I'm selling them, I want to make sure. Also, you can put the rings on the jars if you want to. I think they look cuter without the rings. And for me personally, I don't want to unscrew a jar every time I need to get a Q-tip or a cotton ball. So I like the lids with the little knobs on top where you can just lift it up and pop it back down. So I'm going to tie some little, this is just the little thin string so you can see what it looks like. And of course you're going to trim the string to make it the right size. I'm doing them with some little paw prints, some little pet things in case you wanted to do like a dog treat jar. And then this is the little white knob that I think is kind of cute, especially if you're making something for a guy. You could use these little tan knobs and they match the rope, but you could also paint them. So maybe you're doing a blue jar and you need a blue knob. You could spray paint it and then put the clear coat on it. Now this is the thicker twine that I think actually looks nicer on the bigger jars. You see the difference? The little thin twine is cute on maybe the 4-ounce little tiny jars. And then you could do it double. Put your little charm on there. I kind of am a beach person, so most of my decor is beach themed. So for me personally, some mermaids or a seahorse, something like that. So I changed it to just the single rope. I don't really think the double rope for my taste is really good. I'm just trying to show you a couple different options. And at the end, I'll show you some pictures that are different ones I've made because I'm on a Christmas making binge, so I've made several different ones. I've got tons more to make. And I'll do another video showing, okay, there it is with the screw-on lid too. You see, I think it makes it look a little too much. I prefer it just like that. You see them side by side. I think it looks more masculine with the ring on, if that makes sense. But I have made some jars for like the mailman that I'm going to fill with cookies. So like I painted them gray and I put the ring on it because it makes it look more masculine. Also, when you put the ring on, you might want to glue the flat lid to the ring, and the E6000 glue is good for that. That way, you know, when you have the knob on top and you're trying to get it apart, it's more of a hassle, the two-piece. But if you glue it, then it's just, you know, one hand just screw it off. So I'll show you my completed set when I get done. Now, also, I have these little pink knobs, clear pink, but there's also clear white, or clear, those are the white, but there are clear like the crystal look that are clear. They can go with, you know, any color. I think those look cute too. I would seal them with some sealer for this white set because they match with the twine. And you could put like a cross is another thing you could use as a charm. I actually have some butterflies that I'm going to do on a set, and I'll do another video showing the canisters that I'm making. I'm making a whole set with canister, cookie jar, and salt and pepper shakers, all out of mason jars. These little tiny ones, oh, I've got so many ideas. I'm making a pink and white set of spice jars with the pink and white, and I'll put a picture in too to show you those, how they came out. I mean, you just have to use your imagination. You could tie ribbon around. I made one set that I did a gray set with pink ribbon, just kind of crisscross in the front with a charm on, and I'll show a picture of those too. Then here was another idea I had of putting the little fairy lights inside, so you can make it like a little night light. Just comes like this. You put the two batteries. So you just pop off the lid, turn it on, pop the lid back on, and it's a cute little night light. I mean, you could do the jars and just give them empty and let the people decide, you know, the recipient can decide what they want to do with them. I'm making several sets as bathroom sets. And I'm just now getting to this video, but that set I already have, you know, that's my set, the white ones. And they're already completed, and I just love them. They look so cute in my bathroom. Now these are the little tiny ones that I'm making for the spice jars. I did half pink and half white. And I ended up, I have pink and white, or pink and clear lids. I ended up putting all clear lids. But I took pictures of them with the pink lids on the white and the white lids on the pink, and I changed them around, and after it was all said and done, I ended up completing them with all clear lids. And of course, beach theme charms. You'll see the beach theme goes through a lot of things I make. In fact, my canister sets, I'm making little signs to go with the whole set. I'm going to sell them online, but they're coming out so cute. I'm having a blast with them. So there's one, and that knob was way too big. I ended up putting a smaller, it's still clear, but not that big of a knob. That was a little over the top. Even this pink one is a little still too big. So I ended up buying some smaller ones in the clear, and they're perfect. So hopefully you got some ideas from this. These jars are really simple to make. They're kind of hard to find right now because a lot of people are canning. And if you have to buy them online, they're ridiculously expensive compared to what the actual price is in the store when you can find them. But I found a ton. So here was a picture when I was looking at them with the pink and white. And then that's my set. The green I don't really like, but I had a request for those. This set I made for my daughter. And there's the set with the ribbons. So my next video, I'm going to show you how I package them up like this for Christmas gifts. I got a cute little inexpensive way to package them up, and they look so cute. So hope you subscribe and come back, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good day.